Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about identifying information in text. Today we are going to work in Gulliver in Lilliput, our second reader. Okay? But first we are going to work with a song. Okay? So we need to go to the platform, reader. Okay? The song is in the last page. This is our song. Listen, please.
Song. Gulliver left England to travel around the world, but his ship was unlucky and sank in a storm. Gulliver woke up in Lilliput. He seemed so strange and tall, in a country like no other, where everyone was small. Gulliver had adventures, he fought and won a war, but what he always wanted was to see England's shores. So Gulliver made up his mind that it was time to go. He found a boat, he made 2 oars, and so he sailed back home. Gullivers, those were 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 Gullivers' travels.
Okay, this is our song. Now, let's continue with the vocabulary. Okay, for the chapter 1. Listen and repeat, please. Netherlands. Netherlands. Patient. Patient. Apprentice. Apprentice. Sink. Sink. Drown. Drown. Shoot. Shoot. Inch. Inch. Netherlands in Spanish means Países Bajos. Okay, this is a country, Netherlands. Netherlands. Patient. Patient, you know, is the person who is sick. Okay, that's patient. Apprentice. Apprentice is the person who learns from an expert. Similar to student, to pupil, okay, similar. Sink is this action, you see? The ship crashed with the iceberg and then sink. Drown. Drown is when you don't know how to swim. So you drown and you die. Shoot. Shoot is when you talk but too loud. You talk too loud. Inch. Inch is a measure. Okay? In Spanish means pulgada. Inch. Okay, this is our vocabulary. Let's find in the word search. This is a video, so you can play stop. Set stop. Go to these words. No, find these words. The vocabulary: apprentice, Netherlands, married, patient, sink, journey, drowned, inches, and shouted. Shooted. The past tense. Okay. Now let's continue with the story. Okay. Now today we are going to listen. Today we are going to work with the chapter 1. Listen, please.
Gulliver was born in a village in England. His family was neither rich nor poor.
When Gulliver was 14 years old, he went to Oxford to study. After 3 years, Gulliver became an apprentice to Dr. James Bates, a famous doctor in London. 4 years later, he went to the Netherlands to study medicine. When he finished his studies, he became a ship's doctor and traveled for 3.5 years. Then he returned to England and married Mary Burton. Gulliver and his wife lived in London. Dr. Bates helped him find patients.
Okay, in this page we can see that he was born in England, London, the capital. So he became an apprentice of Dr. James. Okay. Then he travels to Netherlands to study medicine. So he became a doctor. After, he became a ship's doctor. Okay. When he was working, he got married with Mary Burton. Okay. And Dr. Bates, this doctor, helped him find patients. Okay. Next page. Pay attention.
For some years, Gulliver earned a lot of money, but then Dr. Bates died. There was nobody to help Gulliver find patients, so he earned less money. Gulliver decided to become a ship's doctor again. He went to the London docks and met Captain William Pritchard.
I'm looking for a doctor to work on my ship. We are going to travel to the East Indies.
I will be happy to work for you.
Okay then. We are going to leave from Bristol on May the 4th.
Okay. But some days, some months, some years later, Dr. Bates died. Okay. And Gulliver became poor because the Dr. Bates helped him to find patients. Now Dr. Bates died, so nobody helped Gulliver. So he decided to become a ship's doctor again. He went to the harbor, not to the shore, and he met a captain, Captain Pritchard. This captain was looking for a doctor. He needed a doctor. Okay, so they talk for the job, and Gulliver get this job. Okay, they are going to travel. This ship is going to travel to the East Indies, and they are going to travel on May 4. Okay.
It was a long journey. The ship arrived in the East Indies in November. It was the beginning of the wet season in the southern hemisphere. One day, the ship ran into a terrible storm.
Look out! There's a big rock ahead of us.
The sea was very rough and the ship sank. Everybody drowned except for Gulliver. When the storm passed, Gulliver saw that the sea wasn't very deep and that he could touch the bottom. He walked a long way until he got to the shore. When he came out of the water, he lay down and fell asleep immediately.
Okay. They arrived to East Indies in November. Okay. They traveled May, June, July, August, September, October, and they arrived on November. It was a long journey. But one day, the ship crashed, okay, with a big rock. And the ship sank, okay? And everybody, all the people in the ship, the captain, the sailors, everybody died. Except Gulliver. Then Gulliver No, Gilbert knew that the ocean wasn't very deep, so he started walking. He was start walking to the beach, to the shore, and when he arrived, he slept immediately.
Gulliver slept for a long time. When he woke up, he was lying on his back and couldn't move. He was tied to the ground. Even his hair was tied down. Then he felt something moving on his body. He looked down and saw some very small men, about 5 inches tall. Gulliver was surprised and shouted,
Oh, my goodness! What are these strange little creatures?
The little men got a terrible shock. Some fell off Gulliver's body and hurt themselves.
When Gulliver woke up, no, he saw many small creatures, small people, okay, about 5 inches tall. He wants to move, but he couldn't because he was tied to the ground. His legs, his arms was tied, and also his hair. You see? Now we are going to stop in this part because this is the chapter 1. And in this chapter appears some new characters. Okay? A character is a person or an animal or a creature or thing in a story. Okay? When we talk about movies, for example, we talk about actors. Those is about movies. When we talk about reader, we talk about characters. Gulliver, the principal character, no? He married Mary Burton. His friend was Dr. James Bates. And the captain of the ship was the Captain Preacher. Okay? These characters appear in this chapter. Now let's work in the activities. Go to library. Gulliver. Activities now. Activities from the chapter 1. We are going to work in activity A and B. Okay? We have some words. We are going to complete these sentences using the words. Repeat please. Doctor. Doctor. Repeat. Sank. Sank. Apprentice. Apprentice. Repeat please. Married. Married. Born. Born. Study. Study. For example, the ship. What happened with the ship? The ship sank. No, the ship sank. Crashed and sank when it arrived in the southern hemisphere. 2. Gulliver went to Oxford to study. Good, to study. When Dr. Bates died, Gulliver became a ship's doctor. No, he need to find a new job. He need money. So he became a ship's doctor. Gulliver became to Dr. James Bates, an apprentice. When he was young, he was the apprentice of Dr. Bates. Gulliver was born, yes, in a village in England. This baby is Gulliver. And finally, Gulliver married Mary Burton. No, they got married. Good. This is activity A. Activity B. Easy. This is for you, please. Okay, this is for you. Put in order, please, the story. Put the pictures in order. 1, 2, 6. Okay? This is your activity. Complete, please, in your platform. Complete, complete. And we are going to finish with the song. The song of this reader is in the last page, as you know. Last page. Listen, please. We finish with this.
Song. Gulliver left England to travel around the world, but his ship was unlucky and sank in a storm. Gulliver woke up in Lilliput. He seemed so strange and tall, in a country like no other, where everyone was small. Gulliver had adventures. He fought and won a war, but what he always wanted was to see England's shores. So Gulliver made up his mind that it was time to go. He found a boat, he made 2 oars, and so he sailed back home. Gullivers, those were 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 Gullivers' travels.
Okay, we finish with this class. Remember that you have to complete the activities from the chapter 1. Okay, students? Good. Bye-bye.